catcher. Alrighty, there we go. Welcome back, guys. We are going for Deon's ending. Woot woot.
Yep, and then there was two, because everybody went to bed.
It's just me, Kyeira, and Yukihime 211.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's get this party started.
Yep. Talk about bad luck. And also, we're just starting at our random point since we've done the intro before and we don't really want to go through with that again.
Yeah.
Sorry for the people who have just tuned in, but hopefully in the coming week or so I'll be able to post
yeah, hopefully
the first part, both of us, yeah.
Catch the part 1, part 2, and part 3.
Yep.
To get yourself caught up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have not seen those, I would go watch those before continuing to watch this, since this is ending, Deon's ending.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's get this rolling.
Yep. I let out a long sigh and touched my locket again, thinking of my mom for comfort. I have nowhere else to stay unless I plan on freezing to death out there. But I am going to stay when... Wait, what? But am I really going to stay inside when who knows what is in there? Freezing in the rain or hanging out with possible ghosts and residual curses. Let's stay outside this time.
Ooh.
Which is the lesser of two evils. Stay outside. It's rude to go inside a house without permission, after all. Especially if said house had the possibility of being haunted or cursed with who knows what. I sat down and hugged myself. The rain continued to pour, the static sound almost lulling me to sleep. Just how long was I supposed to wait? A yawn escaped from my mouth. My body had reached its limit. Since I was stranding anyway, I decided it might not be so bad to rest my eyes for a few minutes. At least just until the rain stopped. I knew it wasn't the safest idea to sleep in an unfamiliar territory, especially during a rainstorm in the middle of a forest, but I was exhausted from traveling.
Yeah, really. Who the hell sleeps outside
We're gonna stay awake.
Yeah, sleeping sounds a little scary.
Yeah. I don't think it's a good idea to sleep out here. Who knows what kind of creatures lurk within the forest?
Mm-hmm, that's why.
What if a wild bear attacks me during my sleep? I shivered at the thought. I definitely can't die in this place. But what am I supposed to do now? Oh, if only my mother were here, she'd know what to do. I smiled. That's right. Mother always knew what I was supposed to do. Oh, I forgot Aura's mother. I'll be Aura's mother. Here, Aura, taste this. It's so good. I'm sure the people you cook for will love it. Thank you, sweetie. Someday you'll be just as good as a cook as I am. Do you really think so, Mommy? Of course, and that's a promise. Yay! The people you cook for, they're a famous family, right? Yes, they're the... Boosh. I thought thunder was gonna strike, but I guess not. Oh, question mark. I don't know who this is.
This weather. Ugh. Now I have to clean the mud off my feet. Why do I have to be the one to check outside instead of Royal?
A voice broke through my reverie. I blinked and spun around, searching for the source of the voice. My heart thudded against my chest. Where had it come from? I can't see anyone. Looked down 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. How many feet? It must have been my imagination. Oh.
Talking to yourself is the first sign of madness, young lady.
Ah! It came again. Maybe I really was going mad.
Down here, young lady.
I turned, looking down, and almost screamed. Oh! A white teddy bear was staring up at me with amusement in his eyes. He's got a little umbrella!
I bet you that's a new photo in the gallery.
Yeah,
Good thing I had my Deon.
yeah. I then remembered my Oh, thanks for throwing that at me. Fine. I remember previous thoughts about a bear attacking me. Well, I wouldn't mind being attacked by cute teddy bears. Oh, like you got bit last time.
Yeah, right? It's like,
Hello?
So you've noticed me at least.
You can talk. You're a magical bear?
You could say that, I suppose. Have you never seen a talking bear before?
Thanks for being sarcastic. No. No, I haven't.
Well, I guess it can't be helped. They are rather expensive.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I thought literally talking bears that moved around and were like him, but no.
I was literally thinking he was talking about himself.
Yeah. You don't need to point out how poor I am, though.
I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you. I only pointed out that they cost a lot of money.
Anyway, what are you doing out here in the rain?
You see, a demon cat ordered me.
I shivered, glancing at the shadows cast on the house by the lightning. I knew that this place was cursed, but nobody mentioned anything about demons. There's a demon here?
I'm afraid so.
I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna pretend this is Soul. Or Royal.
It's probably Soul. Just by how it's phrased. Hey, Deon. Who are you talking to?
Oh, it was, I don't know who it was, but it was one of them.
I don't. Oh god.
It appeared that the bear I was talking to wasn't the only talking bear around here. In fact, he was the smallest of the group that had now shown up on the porch. They didn't seem like demons, so I managed to stop shaking. Oh, maybe I'll give them names to distinguish them. The brown one can be Papa Bear since he's the biggest, and the yellow medium-sized one can be Mama Bear. And I'll call the smallest one Baby Bear. Distracted, I suddenly realized that they were all staring expectantly at me, and believe me, it is rather intimidating when a group of toy bears stares at you, even though it probably doesn't sound scary at all. I raise my hands in surrender. Please don't mind me, I'm harmless. Papa Bear glared at me. I didn't know teddy bears were even capable of doing that. What are you doing here, girl? I actually got lost in the forest and ended up here. That's impossible.
This has never happened before.
The two bears talked in hushed voices, but I could still hear them. What did they mean by that?
Oh, you poor dear. Please, do come in. We're not very good hosts. Are we keeping a guest outside in the cold rain?
But she's not our guest.
Any beautiful lady will be treated like a guest. No need to be so grumpy, old man.
I blushed, my gaze on Baby Bear. He called me a beautiful lady. No one has ever called me that before. Baby Bear approached me and pulled on my dress.
You're coming in, and that's that.
I looked inside the mansion and it was awfully dark in there. Goosebumps prickled my skin. Do I really have to go in there? Then I remembered Baby Bear mentioning something about a demon. I instinctively stepped back. I can't go in there! Especially if there's a demon waiting for me. Mama Bear tilted his head, puzzled, but then his face lit up in understanding.
Oh, wait. You must mean Miss Maria.
Mama Bear stared at Baby Bear, who only shrugged as a response. Then Mama Bear sighed.
Fear not, my lady. My brother was only exaggerating about a demon. He was actually referring to our dear nanny, Miss Maria, whom I assure you is definitely not a demon, but a fine woman who has looked after us for years.
I sighed, relieved. The last thing I wanted was to go face to face with the demon. If they did exist, that is. Papa Bear and Baby Bear seemed to disagree. Their faces were grim and they shuddered in sync. Pipsqueak here is telling the truth. That woman really is a demon.
I second that. Gentlemen, you should at least act graceful for everything Miss Maria has done for us. You're asking too much from us, soul.
Now I was curious about this person called Miss Maria. Though Baby Bear had called her the demon of the mansion, I was oddly excited to meet her. I kept imagining a nice old lady taking care of these adorable teddy bears. Maybe it's because these bears are so adorable. I cannot think of anyone terrifying when I look at them. My train of thought was cut off when the lights inside the mansion suddenly turned on. I don't know who this is. Oh, Lily, the lights are working again. More teddy bears?
Let's go.
Papa Bear crossed his arms and shook his head in disapproval. This is a bad idea.
Hush, Royal. Let's go in before our guest catches a cold. There we go.
Okay. Here's your tea, my lady. I stared at the rag doll in front of me as she placed a cup of tea on the table. 3 bears and a rag doll. The deluxe mansion consisted of toys?
Thank you for the tea, Lily. Now please, my lady, do tell us, what are you doing out here by yourself? I see. So, you were taking a shortcut to the next village, and ended up in our mansion?
Our mansion?
What is this commotion all about? Can't you all see that it's the middle of the night?
Miss Maria! A cat plush walked in and my jaw fell. It was as if sparkles and roses appeared around the toy. Cat. 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 Plush. Yeah, you're so cute. Can I please take you home? Please let her go, my lady.
Oh my.
Stupid girl. Punch. Ow, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh no. Meet our demon nanny. It doesn't matter. I can be here.
Did you say something, Royal?
Royal visibly shook where he stood. No. The cat plush shot me a glare.
What is this strange girl doing inside the house of the deluxe? All of us were quite puzzled as well. Perhaps the spell is weakening? Impossible. Young lady.
Yes? I stood up straight. Never did I imagine a really cute cat plush could scare me. I won't hug you or call you cute anymore, ma'am. So, what? Oh no, I skipped, so please don't hurt me. I think that's what it said, but it skipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you plan to do with her soul? I'm not sure yet. To be honest, I still cannot believe that she even made it in here. You, stay where you are while we discuss what to do with you.
Yes, ma'am. I obediently leaned on the wall while the cute cat plush, I mean Miss Maria, talked with Mama Bear about what they should do with me. I thought about the worst possible things they could do to me. Maybe make me eat lots of sweets and then bake me afterwards? Wait, do these toys even eat? Maybe they'll turn me into a hideous beast, or possibly even curse me into eternal slumber. They might even give me a poison apple. It's not like these adorable toys could kill me or anything. I glanced at the biggest bear. He probably could. I shifted side to side as I waited. Maybe I can talk a bit with Papa Bear or Baby Bear here. Or should I just wait for Miss Maria to finish talking with Mama Bear? I think this time we try to stay with Deon. Hopefully. What should I do? Okay, talk with Deon.
Talk with Deon?
I felt awkward and a little afraid standing there with Miss Maria and Mama Bear discussing my fate. Remembering how friendly Baby Bear was, I shifted closer to him, hoping to talk with him more. He too was watching Miss Maria's intense talk with Mama Bear. I had to bend down and poke him to catch his attention. Do you know what they'll do to me?
Knowing Miss Maria, it could be anything.
I shuddered, remembering the left hook she had. That doesn't sound very pleasant.
Of course it doesn't. But don't you worry. Whatever happens, I'll protect you.
Even though he always runs away. And how are you going to do that? I was surprised when Papa Bear spoke. I didn't know he was paying attention to us.
What do you mean? How am I going to do that?
Papa Bear gestured to Baby Bear and then to me. She's at least 10 times bigger than you, stupid. I know, why did I feel like that was an insult?
Where are your manners, dear Royal? And don't forget that I know what a man is capable of doing to protect the one he cares about the most. Don't you agree with me?
Shut up, Deon. A shadow darkened Papa Bear's face. I wonder what they were talking about. Are you alright, Papa Bear? Papa Bear recoiled, his face no longer shadowed by annoying. What did you call me?
Papa Bear? That really fits you, old man.
Shut up, Deon. But it's cute. They're Papa and Mama, and you're the baby bear.
I am the what?
Mama Bear approached us along with Miss Maria. My prince is not a she! I tried to explain that the name was just a reference to a fairy tale, but Miss Maria interrupted with a cough.
Anyway, we decided that we're going to let you stay here until...
Her last words drifted off. Until when exactly? Baby Bear raised his paw in triumph.
Yes. I'm so happy that she'll stay here with us.
And why are you so excited? Blah 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 blah. And
Oh
what are
god.
you so excited about, baby bear?
Isn't it obvious? We finally have a beautiful lady around the house. That's what's exciting. Just think about what fun things we can do.
It's not on my watch. Pervert.
Will you two stop acting like children? For heaven's sake! I'll be honest with you, girl. You cannot leave this place. Ever.
Why not? Is it because of the curse? I fought to stay calm as Miss Maria's words, trying to challenge the subject. Speaking of that, where's the Deluxe family anyway? You're already talking to them, you stupid girl. I stared at all the toys in front of me, furrowing my eyebrows at them. You're the Deluxe family? Huh? Huh?
My name is Soul Deluxe, and this is my older brother, Deon Deluxe. The grumpy one is Royal LeBlanc, our butler in training. But you can say that he's officially our butler now, since the previous one is long gone.
Royal shifted from one to the other, looking discomforted by Dion's words.
Brother! I'm sorry. It was the nicest way I could have worded it.
The small rag doll approached me while the bear family argued. She curtsied. And I'm Lily Mills, at your service, my lady.
Miss Maria here has been taking care of us since we were young. So, you can say that she's like our mother now.
You already know who we are, so I think it's proper that you called us by our names from now on. But... And if you ever call me Papa Bear again, I'll bite you to death. Fine, Mr. Grumpy Bear. Exasperated, Royal glared at me but did not say anything.
I think it's also fair that you introduce yourself to us as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Ori Renali.
Are you by any chance related to Ruya Renali?
She's my mother. How come you know her?
Well, she used to be the Deluxe's personal cook. And I must say that she definitely put magic in everything she prepared.
My mother used to cook for the famous Deluxe family? I remember her mentioning once that she worked for a rich and famous family. Who would have wondered it was the Deluxe family? So how is Miss Rua, by the way? She died a year ago. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to. I forced a smile at her. Don't worry, I'm fine. So, what really happened here?
I'm sure that you have heard many stories about us. We're cursed by a toy maker because of our father's selfishness. We were turned into toys with the ability to move and talk. Except for our little sister.
Little sister? Goldilocks, the youngest daughter of the family. The toy maker took her precious heart away, leaving her a lifeless doll. And to break the curse, we must return that stolen heart back to Lady Gold. And where is this toy maker you speak of?
We do not know.
The atmosphere around us became heavy, all of them bearing such depressing looks on their faces. They have been cursed for 700 years. If they had not found the stolen heart yet, why aren't they doing anything? Then there's no time to waste. We have to go and find that toy maker.
I mentioned earlier that you can never leave this place. There's a powerful barrier that surrounds the mansion. Anyone who dares and tries to go into the forest will suffer a painful death once they touch it. The master of the house, Lord Deluxe himself, was the last victim over a year ago.
A heavy atmosphere hung in the air when she mentioned him. But I was able to come here. Surely I can...
I've seen enough lives taken in front of me, and I am not about to witness another one.
You mean I'm trapped here?
More like we're trapped here.
Trapped. 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 That word continuously echoed in my head. No. This can't be happening to me. You're lying. I can't be trapped here. I just can't. Too bad you are, little girl. Welcome to our nightmare. I buried my face into my palms, slowly soaking up the information that had been presented to me. They're lying. I can't lose my one chance at getting a better life. These toys are crazy. They're all crazy.
Seems like you don't believe us. Do whatever you want then. You're welcome to leave and you're welcome to stay. Just don't say that we didn't warn you when you choose to leave. Miss Maria, you can, she is free to do as she wishes.
She said this in a serious tone before leaving the room.
I can't believe this.
Please, Lady Aura, if you value your life, you must stay here. I know that everything we said is hard to believe, but we are honestly telling you the truth. I pondered on how I was supposed to do. I already made the wrong decision of entering into the forest and then approaching this mansion. I no longer trust my judgment that the next choice I make will be the right one. You know what? Let's go crazy and try to leave.
Leave.
Now. I stood on the mansion's porch and stared at the forest ahead of me. The rain had stopped, but the earth was still littered with dampness. Raindrops were caught in the soft halo of moonlight. Taking a deep breath, I turned and looked at the toys gathered at the door. Their expressions were that of sadness. Though the longer I looked at their glass eyes, the more I believed it was fear. So, it was nice meeting you all. No sooner than I had finished speaking did Lily let out a sob and disappear inside.
Miss Lily.
Bidding me one last worried glance, Mama Bear went after her, which left only Papa Bear and Baby Bear. Oh, why does it suddenly feel like I'm saying my final goodbyes? As if to enforce my concerns, Papa Bear scoffed at me, though it came out more like a growl. Huh. I can't believe you really want to die so badly. Not that it matters to me. Do whatever you want. He gave me one last glare, then left as well. Deon looked up at me, his cute face crimped and with worry and unhappiness, very much like the baby bear I kept calling him.
It's not yet too late to change your mind, you know.
Death? Were they seriously serious about this barrier thing? Would it seriously kill me? Hmm. I looked at the forest once again. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary that could stop me. Everything was wet from the rain, but it looked the same as it had when I was running through the trees to find shelter. Nothing should happen. But why do I feel so nervous and scared? Drawing in a deep breath, I took one step, then another, resisting the urge to glance back at Baby Bear. I tried to take a third step and continue down the path. My own funeral march sung in my head, playing vividly in my mind. I tried to shake it away, but the fear had already sunk in. What if I really die when I try to leave the mansion grounds? My body froze for a few seconds, and then I was stumbling backwards until I was at the door again. I could feel cold sweat lingering on my neck, so even if we did go out, she was never going to actually leave, because she's too scared. I changed my mind.
You made the right decision to stay, my lady. Although, I'm a bit intrigued. What changed your mind?
The image of a closed casket entering a tomb flashed through my mind again. You don't want to know. Baby Bear shook his head at me, though I noticed a little smile on his face too.
You are one weird girl.
Yep.
Anyway, let's go back inside before you get yourself into more trouble.
Okay. I was about to follow Baby Bear inside when I noticed something on the lawn a few yards from the porch. Is that going to be my luggage?
Oh God,
I squinted hard. The moonlight caught on a gathering of pebbles lined in a wide arc on the grass. That's odd. Why are they like that? It turned towards the forest again. Beside me, Baby Bear gave a sigh.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Nothing? Or check pebbles?
Nope, nothing.
Nothing.
I don't want to get killed.
Really?
Baby Bear tilted his head to the left, staring at me.
Then why do you look so bothered? If it's nothing.
I noticed that there were pebbles around the house, and I'm wondering what they're for.
Ah, those. They act as a marker to indicate where the barrier starts. You're very observant. Oh, well.
Well, I'd like to take note of my surroundings so I won't get lost. Though I ended up getting lost anyways. I laughed at the irony. As much as I'd like to leave, I don't think I could figure out which way I should go. I don't suppose you could tell me the directions to the next village? A wry smile curled at his mouth.
As much as I'd like to help a lady, even if I did tell you the directions, they wouldn't help much at this point. We're trapped here. Remember?
Oh, right. My hope instantly died.
It's getting cold. Let's go back inside.
Of course. I gave one last look at the forest, mentally berating myself for getting into this mess. I touched my locket and I jerked my hand away when it burned under my touch. What? I stared at the locket, startled. Slowly I touched it again, bracing myself for the heat. It felt cold as always. I think I'm going crazy.
Alright.
Coming! I followed Baby Bear back inside and I was surprised to find that everyone was waiting for me.
Glad to see you're still in one piece.
Thanks?
You made the right decision, child. At least you're smart enough to listen to your elders. Unlike someone over here.
Baby bear? I bit back a retort. Elders? How can I seriously consider her an elder if she looked like a super cute cat plush? My face must have revealed my thoughts because Miss Maria shot me a glare.
Do you have a problem?
No. No! Of course not!
Good. Now that you're here to stay, Lily, why don't you show Ara to her room?
I would be happy to.
I'll do it.
Deon. Baby Bear quickly cut her off, rendering the doll speechless. Aww.
Well, isn't this a surprise? It's not very often that Deon volunteers for something. In fact, the last time he volunteered for something was...
Miss Marie did not finish her thought, sharp eyes glaring at Baby Bear. Baby Bear stood up straighter.
I've changed, Miss Maria. Besides, I'd do anything for a lovely lady like her. I hope you won't give her any trouble, brother.
Baby Bear and Mama Bear silently looked at each other. I felt a tension building in the room.
I won't. Come on, love. I'll show you to your room.
I don't know why, but when he said love, I thought of England. I'm Italian. I frowned at his new nickname for me. I followed Baby Bear, but not before taking a glance at Mama Bear, who seemed to be worried about something. If what Miss Maria said was true, then I should probably be careful around the helpful Deon. Deon led me into the hallway, and while I was supposed to be the one following him, but because of his small size, he also had small steps. I had to stop from time to time to wait for him. Deon, can I carry you instead? No, that is demeaning as a man.
Why? Do you really want to touch me that badly?
Well, I do want to squeeze you because you look so soft and fluffy. But don't you think it'll be faster if I just carry you while you show me the way? I guess Deon isn't sexist, because I honestly thought he was just like, no, that'll hurt my pride as a man.
Well, he's just thinking, lady, squeeze, squeeze.
Right. No offense.
You do have a point, I suppose. Plus, remember, he's a slacker.
Yeah. I bent down and he hopped into my arms. Aww! Aww!
Oh.
Just as I thought, you really are soft and fluffy. I squeezed him harder.
Careful, love. You're wearing the fur.
Sorry. But it... Oh, my bad.
But it definitely feels nice to be hugged. Although, I wish I could also feel your warmth.
I stared at him, not understanding what he meant. I bet, like, either what the maid or Soul is, like, trailing behind us, just like, oh.
I know.
Why?
Right? Soul's probably gonna be like, sad.
That is undignified. Why? Am I cold?
Not really. It's just that we're toys. We can no longer feel. I wish I could still recall what it's like to feel anything. Physically, that is.
Aww, I didn't know that.
I guess
The atmosphere, yeah, grew heavy. All of them were like this because of the curse. It must have been really hard for everyone. Disliking this awkward silence, I switched the subject. Miss Maria implied Deon was lazy, so there was one thought I could not resolve. Is there a reason why you volunteered to escort me? Perhaps you have an ulterior motive?
Of course not. I would never have an ulterior motive. It's just my life has been pretty uneventful these last 7 years. But now that you're here, I have someone else to talk to other than my family. Things will finally get interesting.
Huh. So you do have an ulterior motive. Deon smiled, somehow innocent and devilish at the same time.
I wouldn't call it an ulterior motive.
Oh, never mind.
Anyway, we're here. This will be your room from now on. It's nothing fancy, but I hope you'll like it.
My eyes widened at the sight in front of me. The room was simply gorgeous. It was covered with a lavish decor, paintings and ornate frames on the walls and several tabletop figurines. The giant bed in the middle of the room looked so inviting, especially after such a hard day. Calling it fancy would be an understatement.
I'm sure that you're tired after that long journey. I shall take my leave, so you can have your rest.
He patted my arm and pointed down. I obliged and he hopped out of my arms once I knelt low enough. Thank you. Deon gave me one last wave before leaving me in my new room. I plopped onto the bed, the soft mattress almost too comfortable. It's true that I was tired from the long trek through the forest, but taking in everything that the Deluxe family had told me drained me both physically and mentally. I'm stuck here with a 7-year-old curse, but I can't just sit here and do nothing. Mother, it might take a while before I can fulfill my dream. Because before I can reach it, I must first find a way to break an impossible curse. Aww, it's a new thingy-majigger. Oh yeah, back here. I stared at the beautiful flowers and bushes around me and let out a long sigh. It had been 5 days and I was still in the Deluxe estate. Sitting in the garden somehow made me feel trapped, and suddenly the thought of never leaving this place again became a lot more real. I won't be able to follow my dream and become a chef at Glendale if we can't break the curse. I would die of old age and boredom, surrounded by nothing but toys. There's no way I'm standing here with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity pass me by. I'll go ask Miss Maria and the others if there's any way for the curse to break. But my hope died at the reminder that they were still cursed after 7 whole years. That meant that they still hadn't found a way to break it. Sulking, I touched a few flowers, stroking their petals with my fingers. The sun was out, but I felt cold and dismal. So, I'm doomed then? I stood up to leave, but a voice stopped me in my tracks.
Oi!
I looked down to see Deon sneaking into the garden, frantically searching as though he was trying to hide from someone. It was quite a comical sight, especially considering the fact that he was actually a toy bear. I would have laughed if it weren't for the desperate look he gave me. Deon, what on earth are you doing?
Hiding from the demon.
The demon?
Also known as Miss Maria.
Oh, right. Is she really that dangerous?
You don't want to come across her when she's mad.
He was not wrong. My cheek throbbed at the reminder of her fury.
Well, don't just stand there. Help me.
What am I supposed to do? Hide you under my skirt?
Oh, God.
No way. I remember Miss Maria saying Deon never volunteered to help and suddenly had suspicions Deon was guilty of something. Did you eat cookies from the cookie jar?
Maybe. What?
You dug your own grave, and I'm not planning to share it with you. I'd rather not involve myself in your mess. Thank you very much.
But...
Deon gazed at me with his puppy dog eyes, silently pleading with me to help him out. I looked away. That won't work on me, baby bear.
Please.
I glanced at him and he continued looking at me with his sad, sad eyes. I bit my lower lip. Why did he have to be so cute? Fine.
Yes.
Deon shouted in victory. He was such a sly little bear. I couldn't help but smile at him. Uh-oh.
There you are.
Run! We both froze, eventually gathering enough courage to turn towards the source of the voice. God. It was Papa Bear. Royal strode towards us with his arms folded over his chest, looking annoyed. Very annoyed.
Phew. It's you, Royal. You give us quite a scare.
You should be scared, all right. I'm handing you over to Miss Maria.
What?
Royal effortlessly picked Deon up in his arms, ignoring Deon's constant thrashing as he started back to the house. Hey, stop struggling. And he completely ignored me.
Let me go, old man. Don't you dare hand me over to her.
Royal snorted. Well, it's either you or me, and I'd rather save myself from her.
How could you betray your best friend like this?
Best friend? Royal stopped and stared hard at Deon. I was expecting to hear a retort from Royal like he always does with Deon, but instead he let out an exasperated sigh and put him down. Oh, I guess they really are best friends. Well, this best friend of yours has been in too much trouble covering for you. Deon snorted this time.
Sol always gets away with it.
Well, Sol actually does some work, unlike you. Because he's a master of this house, idiot. Deon flinched at his words. I blinked. I could not explain it, but I felt strange, like there was a story behind Royal's statement. Not just the insult. However, the moment was fleeting. Whatever shadow that seemed to be there lifted away. What you did to Miss Maria was stupid and dangerous. I really admire your guts. Deon smiled at him, his tension gone too.
That's why you adore me so much, right?
Royal gave him a disgusted look and kicked his side. Wow!
Ow. Hey!
I bit back my laughter, so this is how butlers treat their masters nowadays, huh? How amusing. But then again, seeing the two of them like this really is entertaining. Sometimes it seems like all they do is argue with each other. But I think the truth is they're actually really close, even if they don't want to admit it. You! I strained myself when Royal thrust upon my direction. My smile faded at his harsh tone. What are you smiling at? Nothing, Mr. Grumpy Bear. Royal shot me a glare, but he didn't say anything more. He turned to Deon once again. Go now before I change my mind.
I knew you couldn't resist me.
Deon beamed at him and then turned that charming smile on me.
Let's go, love.
I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do next, and when I looked at Royal, he gave me a nod, a silent gesture telling me to help Deon. I scooped Deon in my arms and bolted from the garden. You owe me big time for this.
How about a kiss from yours truly?
How about I throw you in
I throw you in the water.
I was just thinking that.
Ruin his fur.
Yeah. I groaned, rounding the side of the mansion. No thanks.
Why? I'm sure you'll love it.
It's basically like if you're making out with a pillow. Not that I would know that. Just... I know. I mean, who would like that?
I guess we all had pillow moments, huh?
No, not really. I just wanted to say
not
that.
that we would know or anything.
Exactly. Just tell me where we're supposed to hide before that demon nanny of yours finds us. Deon was silent for a moment before finally saying that he knew the perfect place. He urged me to hurry, and soon I was running through the mansion. Oh, that was a good joke from my part. I can't get over myself. Remind me why I agreed to this again?
Because you couldn't resist my charms?
I didn't argue there. Oh, well, I didn't argue anymore. Right. What did you do anyway?
Well, I may or may not have poured a bucket of water over Miss Maria. You know how it is with cats and water.
I shuddered, fearing Miss Maria's wrath now that I'd helped the criminal involved. Why would you even do that? He just shrugged nonchalantly as though dumping water on Miss Maria was something he did every day.
I was bored and I wanted to do something fun. I was getting tired of playing with Royal, and Miss Maria was the first one I saw. You know what happened next?
That probably wasn't a very smart thing to do. But I don't think I'm in any position to scold you because I've done the same thing before. I didn't think Miss Maria deserved the same fate as the pervert from my last job, but I didn't have a chance to elaborate.
Well, what do you know? Great minds do think alike after all, We're definitely perfect for each other.
Yep, a match made in Build-A-Bear. You mean I'm perfect to become your owner? Oh, okay.
I meant as my soulmate.
I did not expect Deon to be so matter-of-fact when he replied that I almost stuttered my reply. I managed to speak clearly in the end. And how did I even come up with that conclusion, Mr. Bear? He lifted his head proudly as he spoke.
My gut feeling.
Sometimes I don't know if I consider him crazy or delusional.
Right?
Probably the latter. I quickly decided before changing the subject. So, you and Royal are best friends, huh?
Sometimes. Although we're enemies most of the time. I guess you would call us frenemies? You know, like friends, but enemies.
I gave him an odd look. You two sure are weird.
So we're told. Here we are.
He indicated a door with his paw. He handed me a small key. I don't even want to know where he kept it this whole time. In his boat? I don't know. I opened the door and ducked inside. Ooh, pretty. I guess he is the Tamaki of the group.
Oh God, he probably is.
He plays the piano.
I was just thinking that too. He's probably the Tamaki.
Yeah. My eyes widened when I saw pianos sitting at the center of the room. This must be the conservatory. I take a step back as a familiar pain began in my chest.
Phew. We're safe now.
How can you be so sure?
I just know that we are.
I shuddered inwardly. I just hoped I wouldn't be involved in this mess he put himself into. But then again, I did help him hide from Miss Maria, so that makes me his accomplice. I looked at the piano once again, and that heavy feeling swelled in my chest. I willed myself to shut off the painful memories of the past. Please. Not now. Oh, I guess now we're having some backstory on her.
Oh, Do you like music, Miss Aurora?
I flinched, but then tried to smile away my discomfort. Why do you ask?
No reason. I just noticed the look in your eyes.
I blinked. Am I really that obvious? What should I do? I'm not sure I want to bring up what happened in the past. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell the truth. I'm kind of curious to see what.
Yep. Well, my father was a musician.
Oh. Was a musician? Don't tell me he.
I'm afraid so. That's why I'm not fond of the piano anymore. Because it reminds me of him. It brings back a lot of sad memories about how he died.
I'm sorry to hear that, love. Sure, say that. For me, music brings back good memories. It's strange, isn't it? My mother loved playing the piano, so every time I come here, it reminds me of the happy moments of our family shared. The happy moments our family shared while my mother was still alive.
Deon hopped up on the bench and gently stroked the lid over the keys, his expression wistful.
Our father was always so cheerful and kind before Mother's death. Of course, I'm not the only one who remembers, because Soul and Gold were still too young at the time. Excuse me. Of course, I'm the only one who remembers, because Soul and Gold were still too young at the time. And Father, they came to know, was already cold and heartless. Oh, I'm just rambling on now, aren't I? But it's just, I find it so easy to talk to you, Aura. It's as if I found a long-lost friend.
I smiled at him, stepping closer to the piano. Seems like you had a lot of fun back then.
I did. If only I could turn back time.
Deon was silent for a while.
Must click.
Oh.
So, you don't hate music then?
Not really, I just tend to avoid anything related to it whenever possible.
I see. So there's still hope then.
Deon beamed bright as sunlight. Huh?
For you to like music once again. I promise you, when I turn back to human once again, I'll play you a very special song.
Yeah. You play the piano?
Sure do, love. If my paws functioned the same as my human fingers, then I would have already played them for you. Right now, I can only play a couple of notes. at one time. I do hope I still remember how to play it, though.
Deon stared at his paws wistfully.
This room is my special place, you know? You're the first to come here after we were cursed. Besides me, of course. It has been locked since Mother's death, and I'm the only one with the key.
Really?
I'm afraid so. Oh, I know. This will be our secret place from now on.
I don't think I'm worthy enough to be here.
You're special, Ara. For me. That's why I want to share this place with you.
He cast a glance at the piano, his eyes filled with longing. I almost reached out to pet his head, but I stopped myself. So, I'm a special friend then?
Probably. Or perhaps you want it to be something more, love?
He grinned at me. I groaned inwardly. I didn't feel quite right when a teddy bear flirted with you. Forget I asked. Deon chuckled beside me. I couldn't help but smile. Music. Father always told me that music made his life full of colors. I believe that too, but when he and Mother left me, my life became dull. I saw things in monochrome. Looking at Deon and his cheerful and optimistic self, I couldn't help but feel like my life might have had a splash of color once again. Aww, that's cute.
That is.
I think we should probably stop here for today.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's like 2 o'clock
Nearly
almost.
2. Alrighty, you guys. We will finish the rest of Deon's ending sometime later.
Right.
Shall catch y'all later.
Bye!